what I thought was going to be a follow-up to the Monster Manual was this, Volo's Guide to Monsters. And in some ways it is a follow-up to the Monster Manual because it has, at least in the back third of the book, probably a little more than that, almost half of the book, is new monsters. No, maybe not half the book. New monsters. That's cool. So, I mean, there's this... Where's my camera? There's that many pages of new monsters. The rest is like lore of other creatures that have already been published, and like Society of the Orc kind of thing, and a Beholder's Lair. What would that be like? Yuan Ti. What would one of their lairs look like? There's stuff about gnolls. There's stuff about beholders. That's really cool and weird, and also mind flayers. That's pretty cool. And then there's a small section in the middle that is chapter 2, character races. What the chapter is it's giving you like new monstrous races. Not so much monstrous, but you know, different races to, well, yeah, they're monster-ish. Different races that you can play, adding to human, dwarf, elf, halfling, gnome, tiefling, dragonborn, half-orc, half-elf. I might have missed something there. But now, adding to that are Azamar, which are like angelic, sort of a balance to tieflings, that sort of thing. And then there's furbolgs, forest giants. They've got a whole lore and everything that's really cool. Goliaths, like somewhere between a human and a giant, I suppose. They're just like mountain people, but they're really large and powerful and strong. And then you got Kenku, which are like the crow people. They're weird AF, so, but they're in here and they're really cool. Lizard folk, one of my favorites. Tabaxi, cat people. That's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to trying that out, actually. And Tritons. Tritons are like sea people, like people from Atlantis or whatever. They've got a whole thing going on. It's cool. Then it also gives you like little tips on how to play as a bugbear, a goblin, a hobgoblin, a kobold, an orc, or a Yuan-Ti pureblood. I don't know if I like that. But it's in there. Hey, if you want to try something, whatever. So yeah, effectively, Volo's Guide to Monsters. With that middle section in there, that makes this desirable for players of the game. And to me, that's kind of a bummer because with all the monsters in the back, you pull out any of those monsters, and anybody that's playing in your game that's using like a monstrous race or anything out of this book has already read everything about that monster in the back of the book, or chances are pretty good. I mean, they're not going to buy a $40 book and not read the whole thing. I mean, like I did with my Dungeon Master's Guide. So yeah, but this, as a DM, get this book because it's really cool. And it, like the first part of it, like I said, it was all like monster ecologies and stuff like that. That is great for, you know, figuring out monster layers and things like that, and what kind of goals would a beholder or a mind flayer have, or how would they react in combat and or your finely crafted story. So yeah, get it just for that. Even well, that and the monsters in the back. Because there's new types of like beholders and mind flayers and Yuan-Ti and some of the other stuff that talked about in here, and giants as well. And for players, you're gonna want it because like I want to be a cat man, I want to be a raven man, whatever. you know, and I want to have the rules to back it up. Yeah, so players, this is optional for you, because like, you know, unless you specifically want to be a goblin or a kobold or whatever, or you can't seem to find online the ability score adjustments for being a kobold. It's in this book. You don't really have to buy this though. Dungeon Masters though, I recommend it. So it gets a thumbs up.